This video is a demonstration of TrialTool on the Windows 8 Metro UI. TrialTool is an API playground that's already available as a website. TrialTool lets you see APIs, play around with them, and run them inline. TrialTool as a website has already been used to demonstrate the APIs like Yahoo User Interface, jQuery plugins, and even IndexedDB. This is how TrialTool looks like on the web, where you have a list of examples. You have the actual code here that you can change. You can hit run and the result is displayed inline. Well, this video shows you how TrialTool was ported to support the Metro UI. What you now see on your screen is the Windows 8 developer preview that I downloaded from the web and is available publicly. The Windows 8 developer preview with Visual Studio Express was used to create TrialTool for the Metro UI. Let me quickly scroll through TrialTool and open it and show you how it looks like. If you see, this is the icon of TrialTool available, which I can click to open up. What you see on this screen is a list of examples that TrialTool demonstrates. Let me show you some Windows 8 specific examples. Here I can click on user profile and say click on user details to see the code as to what it looks like to see the first name or the last name of the user. I can hit run code inline and see what the result looks like. I can also clear my code here, clear my output, and change my code inline. This is very similar to the TrialTool that's available on the web with the Metro look. However, it also specifically showcases the Windows 8 APIs. For example, here's how the API looks like in JavaScript for picking a file. This is Windows 8 specific. You should notice the specific namespaces like windows.storage.pickers that are relevant only when Windows 8 kicks in. Other concepts like promises are also described. Let me run a couple of more examples before I show you the complete capabilities of TrialTool. I already showed you user profile, files and files in folders. Let me show you some user interface examples. Windows 8 natively supports a toast, and let me show you how it works. I click on the toast notifier example, hit run, and you should see a notification here. Creating a notification is very simple. All you have to do is use the windows.ui.toastNotificationManager API. You also have APIs for file storage, which are there in files and folders, for looking at what input devices look like. So for example, this shows you the capabilities of your keyboard. And this API here shows you what your mouse can do. Windows 8 also provides JavaScript APIs for playing around with sensors like accelerometer, compass, gyrometers, etc. Storage devices like local file storage or application storage. It even lets you do compression and decompressions of files. And some other cool APIs like security, where you can have things like a credential manager to save and retrieve your secure passwords. It also has networking APIs that tells me all the networking related information like my connection profiles and things like that. Right now it says that I just have one connection here. The number of APIs that we currently support are limited, but we are working on adding more APIs and making this an exhaustive list. As the number of APIs increases, it may really be hard to get to one specific APIs by clicking and navigating through these tiles. And that's where TrialTool is integrated natively into search. You can hit the Windows F key to start the search and search for something like user. If you notice, TrialTool is listed as an application. You can click on TrialTool and see that there are two APIs that have the word user in them. You can click on any one of them to navigate to that specific example set. Apart from this, TrialTool is also integrated as a share charm. Imagine a situation where I'm browsing on the internet. So I'm reading up MSDN documentation that says that this is the API to get the user profile information. What I can do here is double click this and bring up the share charm. TrialTool is listed as an application here. You can click on TrialTool, and if you notice, the one that I selected automatically comes up. What you see here is basically a code cache where you can continuously add code to see how it runs. I just added this variable called user information. Let me see what more I can get from this data here. I'm looking at the various properties and I decide that I just want to print the user's display name. I can click on display name here, and once the page is loaded on IE10, I can select this section and do a share again. If you notice, the selection that I had already done is available here. I can now just print the string here to see what the value is. I can click on run and run this example online. If you notice, I was not only reading information but also seeing how these APIs really work. A word of caution here, note that TrialTool has access to all system APIs, so selecting and running any arbitrary code on websites could be dangerous. Use it with caution. All of TrialTool was written in Visual Studio Developer Express, and here's how the code looks like. This code is also available on Codeplex, and you can download and play around with it. Here's the location of the code, and you can play around with the code with TrialTool on Codeplex. Thank you for your interest.